All right, welcome to another episode of the Wild Zebras. I'm Justin Draplin.
And I'm CJ Whitfield.
Thank you for joining us. So this is episode 3. And I know what you're thinking. Well, there was an episode pilot, and now you're on episode 3. What happened? Well, what happened was some moron forgot to hit record on the thing. And I'm serious. Like, this was probably the best episode we were ever going to do. I mean, it was hilarious. Kanye actually called in towards the end of it just to give us a shout out because of the pilot. And we lost it all.
Yeah. Hey, we don't have online polling yet, but when we do, I want you guys to guess which one was the moron that didn't hit record. I'm not going to let the cat out the bag, but I'm pretty confident that you guys.
I'm pretty confident too, but it's whatever. It was me, okay? For crying out loud, man. All right. We did have an intro now. So now we have an intro. We did a little splicing of episode 1. We couldn't pull anything from episode 3. So there's not going to be any Kanye quotes in this one. But I'm going to play that for you guys. And in the future, after this, we'll go ahead and start. The whole episode will start off with us just playing this. And then maybe we'll tweak it as we go. But here you go. Here's what we came up with. We are the Wild Zebras. We should probably get our names in that intro.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, that's a good point.
That was a lot of fun making that, though, because there was so many hilarious short clips to put in there that, like, it was hard to narrow it down. And I couldn't do it. But that's what we got for now. So that's our intro. There you go.
All right. I like it.
Oh, and this is for you, CJ, because last time you were looking all suave in your nice office, and I'm still in my bomb shelter, so I went ahead and brought
there it is.
Get up.
Kick it up a notch.
Kick it up a notch here.
Okay.
Get a tie going and show you up.
Okay.
Make it look professional.
Oh, there it is. You know? No way I can compete. Power tie.
Boom.
I am intimidated. Just
boom. Check that out. Check that out, man.
Woo! That was a nice quick tie too, man. That was nice. I like. Was that pink in there? Is that pink and sky blue?
Pink and blue. Yeah, baby. This is like baller. I learned this from CJ with your $3 wine.
There it is. Pink and sky blue.
You know what? To be a real baller, I should probably get a clip on like you do.
I mean, you can't have the tie in the way. So when the ladies start storming you, they can't yank you by the tie and strangle you. That's why I wear clip-ons when they picture me, and they see me, then I'm in person and they're coming down the street and they're yelling and grabbing my clothes off. They're trying to grab. I gotta have clip-ons, man.
That's interesting. That's interesting because when I'm around you, I always see them trying to run away as fast as possible. And you usually use your tie to like wrap it around them or something so they can't get away. So it's a very interesting take on that.
It's all about perspective.
Yeah. All right. So what do you got for us this morning? I mean, it's been we were going to do another episode. We had a whole nother episode. I mean, we had the black wedding I went to where I was called a cracker in there.
Absolutely.
You had your Colin Kaepernick hat on, and you were calling all white people racist.
Oh, is that what I was? That's what I was doing. Okay.
I mean, that's gonna be every episode.
Okay. I'm mad I don't have the cap though. I'm out of town, but the zebras must stampede. Zebra stampede. They must hoof on. They must gallop on. The zebras must gallop on.
We're galloping.
Yeah.
Gallivanting even.
I like that. Gallivanting.
Gallivanting zebras.
So from this point forward, this is the only one that you guys get the smooth dome. Other than that, it'll be some type of pro-black paraphernalia on this beautiful bald head.
So would this be considered like skinhead?
No, I would keep it right there. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to come on home yet. You still got enough.
Yeah, I got there. I mean, it's just.
I mean, but why don't you curl it to like my man, Donnell Trumpet? Like, why don't you swirl it over and swoop it down? Just let it grow out and
My grandpa has a wicked comb over. We got to get
Does
my
he?
grandpa on here. I mean, he can pull that stuff all the way over, and at the same time, it's amazing. He can get it to stand straight up, so it's kind of like a side. It's like a side spike. It's
I
crazy.
would like that. I would like to see that. We definitely got
Like
to
a
get him on.
real side spike. It's
We need to
legit.
get we need to get photos, and we need to just pop up pictures of comb overs.
So my wife, eventually I'll find a picture of me with that mustache so we can go back to the pilot and have that whole conversation again.
Absolutely. The
We'll
squirrel.
take a poll. We'll take a poll on that one. All right. So where are you at, CJ?
I'm in Syracuse, New York.
Why?
I just said my wife had some business out here, and we took a couple of days. So Canada, the Canadian border shut down clearly because white folks don't want to wear masks or get told what to do. So we can't get over this Corona thing. And so it's a long drive. And I didn't want her taking it. So I went ahead and got behind the wheel. And so she only had business for a day. It's nice, peaceful out here. We figured we'd hang out for like 3-4 days and do nothing, go to apple orchards. You know, white people stuff.
I don't know. I think the do nothing part, is that a white people part?
Oh, yeah. I mean, look,
Hey,
if you,
listen,
you go all the way back to like the civilization of America. They would do nothing, sit on the porch, drink lemonade. The people would work from sun up to sundown, you know,
well,
but
true.
they were, so, I mean, yeah.
And then they made you do all the work.
Absolutely.
That's right. That's true.
And then labeled us lazy because we weren't on the porch drinking lemonade. Okay, come on, man. That's all
That is so backwards.
It is, man. I'm here to wake you up. I'm here to everybody wake up. Get that out your eye. Don't worry. I got plenty for you guys. You guys,
man, I don't even know what to say as a white person. Like, I feel like I should just be like, oh, you know, I can't. I don't even know where to go with that, man. Like, okay, that was terrible. What happened was terrible. It set a whole lot of bad things in motion for all sides. I mean, nothing. I want to say nothing good came out of it, but I mean, you know, clearly if you look back, God can turn bad things and make them good. But there was nothing good about that as far as the human race. Like, that was a terrible, tragic, horrendous thing that happened. And like, man, it just, you know, I don't know where we'd be today if it went differently. You know, that's interesting. And what do we do with it today with where we're at? Because, you know,
that's the major question. That's the major question, because it happened. It is what it is. Some people are, you know, 3 miles ahead of other set of people because of it. But what do you do at this point? What do you do? So that's the $1 million question. And even I, in my infinite wisdom, don't have the answer.
Infinite. This clearly is.
I know I played that down a little bit. But I don't have. I feel like digging deep in that vocabulary.
I mean, I think the reality is, you know, we can do politics, and I'm sure that'll come up with, you know, Affordable Care Act, with trying to equalize some healthcare stuff. We've done affirmative action with, you know, jobs and all that kind of stuff. You know, and honestly, I don't know that we've seen a whole lot of success with it.
Yeah, marginal, incremental. I mean, at best. Yeah.
I mean, I think more of what we've seen is the success is more the Black community coming together and helping the Black community.
Yeah, true. You can't expect anybody else to help us unless we help ourselves.
Yeah, and just, you know, from my minuscule pea brain and the limited knowledge and limited life experiences that I have, that seems to be the stuff that has the more everlasting impact. And making more progress. Like, I'm not saying that we shouldn't have government programs. I'm not saying that we shouldn't, you know, try to acknowledge that there's these differences, and a lot of it stems from, you know, we just had 1960s that's not long ago.
Jim Crow,
the country was still alive during all that stuff.
Absolutely.
And so
got family that lived through Jim Crow and wasn't allowed to. Matter of fact, our first house my wife and I bought, Black people were by law not allowed to move there until 1973. They literally had it in act. 1973. My oldest sister was born in 73. That's crazy. My sister.
And I'm against that. Now, I think there should be laws in place, deed restrictions that say people named CJ Whitfield should not be allowed to buy this property because clearly nobody wants you as a neighbor.
Because clearly nobody's wife is safe. I mean,
oh my gosh, I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. I just think it's danger to have you live by people. You should be isolated.
They might pass out from charm overdoses. Now we got, intensified hospitals. The beds are taken up. Girls are seeing near fainting like Michael Jackson at the concert. And I don't want that. Do you think I wake up? I don't want that. I don't want the hospitals full.
You're just because in the pilot I talked about, blowing chunks and getting it on my mustache. You're trying to make me do that again, aren't you? Like you just can't help it. Like make it happen.
So anyways.
So and I know, I think last week we had a little bit more direction and where to go. And then now we're like going to be a little bit more structured. Okay. Cause we have an intro now. And now we're legit now, we upgraded. I got a tie,
albeit pink and sky blue, but it was a tie. It was a tie.
Yeah, I mean, business, like just, pro, like you gotta be a man to wear pink, right?
That's right. Absolutely.
And so we're going to pull together some pieces here, but we're totally dropping the ball on other pieces. Because we got right into it, but like, we already got like, I'm just not laughing. I'm not this isn't hilarious to me.
Well, I can fix that though.
Do it. Go.
You could press the button and it'll show you on the camera instead of me. There it is.
Oh my gosh.
That'll get you going.
Yeah, there it is. Still have it.
Why do you still have it? Did you just jot that down or do you literally still have it?
No, like you said, I'm white, so I have to waste paper. So I threw that one away and wrote a new one today.
Okay. All right, there it is. Because they tell you, and no one's going to tell white people what to do. They tell you to save the earth. Global warming. Nobody's telling me. I'm not wearing a mask. I'm not saving the ozone. Screw that. It's all fake news.
All of it. Every single bit of it.
Global warming.
Okay, so what should we get into? Should we get into the notorious RBG, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, the Supreme Court stuff?
Yeah.
Because now I don't think we're going to be talking about coronavirus anymore. We're going to be talking about the court and all that kind of stuff. And hold on though, are we going to be a political show? Is that what we're going to do?
We can't avoid it, Justin. We can't avoid it. We're the Wild Zebras. We're the black and white stripes, and it's just too much going on. And then you guys got your supervillain president that you personally.
He's your president, boy.
No, I mean,
was that racist? That was racist because I called you boy, right?
Oh, for sure.
Are you allowed to call me boy though? Can you be like boy?
Oh, for sure. White boy. White boy is a term of endearment. Like,
but if I say boy, it's racist.
Absolutely. When you go through,
you know what? I'm going to call you Cracker.
Now, see, that'll work.
You're Cracker, but you can't call me Cracker.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you that. That's good. You
Actually,
can have the Cracker.
You can call me Cracker.
Yeah.
I really don't
but
care.
You kind of get certain privileges when you get tormented and tortured and beaten, raped for like a couple of 100 years. There's a couple things you get to say that other people don't. I know you would like it the other way around, but I don't know. That's just the benefits you get from just a couple centuries of torture. Yeah, I know. I know it's unfair, but we get to say stuff that you guys don't.
Oh, shenanigans. You can't get away with saying that, though. If you ever said shenanigans, people would be like, what the Uncle Tom mother?
Absolutely. Yeah. I would definitely, my black card would definitely be suspended, if not revoked. Definitely suspended. Automatic suspension.
It'd be just a gray.
Just like darn, yeah, it'd be a gray card. And if it did one more infraction, it'll go,
Yeah. Warning.
Or if I say
probation.
And I got to put the quotes up. If I say darn tootin'. Darn tootin'.
That was scary. The fact that you even just said it jokingly. Like,
I had to throw the air quotes up when I said
it. Man, you are losing cool points. So that's the sauce. The sauce is slipping, man.
Yeah, it is.
Your sauce is just sliding down the hill.
We got
forming a pool. Somebody's gonna step in it. Your sauce, it's gonna be gone.
Gone. We need a new batch. I got to resauce. After this, I have to have a resaucification myself. I just got to go take a pot, stand in the shower, and just resauce myself up. How much I lose on here with you. I got to just soak myself in it, sit in the tub, and just only have my nose out.
So my whiteness rubs off on you?
Yeah, for lack of a better term, yeah.
So does
I'm
that mean
leaning in. I'm
so
leaning
like
in. I have to lean in. I have to come in and infiltrate. I got to infiltrate to spread this knowledge to the white community. So I got to come in and I got to be like the wolf in sheep's clothing. I got to come in.
all right, okay, real quick, white black, okay?
Mhm.
This calling people white, calling people black actually bugs me. It bugs me. And I know we've talked about this briefly in the past, but like
Because Justin doesn't see race. I don't see
oh no,
race.
I see race. I
Okay,
just
okay.
think
At least
race
we
is
admit that.
stupid.
I
Cuz
agree.
like okay, one, I'm not white. Oh, let's talk about this. I'm not white. I'm like I'm kind of pink here, and
Okay.
I've got like a kind of a light tan here because we were at the
Okay.
beach a long time. I mean, like I got shades that range from pink to creamish.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I would agree with that.
And so we use white and black, but it's so much more than that. It just drives. I'm a German Polak, right? So
Mhm.
I get I'm part German, so
Mhm.
like okay, yeah, oh Hitler, okay,
Yeah.
but on the flip side, I'm also Polish, which Polish the reputation for Polish is being stupid.
No, I didn't
So
know
I
that.
get like the best of both worlds. I'm the raging a-hole that's a moron,
Yeah.
So you're in a lot of trouble. You got to deal with that. But I get to do
I always wonder where it all derived from. It's making sense now. Just the
Oh yeah,
origin
yeah.
story. Yeah.
But see,
Okay.
I get to do Polak jokes, right? Because
Okay.
I can make a Polak joke and you're not allowed to. So like,
Okay.
how do you really frustrate a Polak? See,
Uh,
no idea.
I don't know. I
You're
don't
black. You wouldn't hear a
know.
Polak joke.
Yeah.
You put them in a round room and tell them to pee in the corner. Yeah, I get to. I grew up with those jokes because Polish people can tell Polish jokes about each other, right?
Okay. I thought it was gonna be something that had to do with a sausage, but
Or how do you get a one-armed Polak to fall out of a tree? You wave to him.
that's pretty good. Pretty good.
As a Polak, I get to
That's
make
a
these
pretty
jokes,
good. That's a
but
pretty
that's
good.
not. But that's not. Those aren't white jokes, right?
Mhm.
Those aren't exclusive to white people. I mean, in a way, they are because Poland is white. Okay,
Absolutely.
but now we're talking. But we're getting into the white black thing. This is part of my problem with the white black thing. I don't like. I'm not white. You're not black. Your facial hair, I'd say, is black, but you're not black.
Yeah.
You're a shade of brown. And what I'm pissed off about as a white person, once again, the tones that I get assigned are pinkish and creamish and that kind of stuff. And
Tones
like black
assigned.
people, black people are like ebony and caramel and mocha and
Yeah.
like these sexy words. And I'm like, I want
Oh
some
yeah.
sexy word. Give me you sauce me up, CJ.
That's the whole point. You hit the nail. If we have it, we got to throw some salt. We got to
Get
caramel,
come on.
caramel and all that.
You're a buddy of mine. Give me some white sauce. I mean, like Alfredo just doesn't cut it for me. Like I just, that kind of sauce we
That was
need it.
pretty good. That was pretty good,
But give me
Alfredo.
some of your sauce. Sauce me up, man. Sauce me up. Go. Give me some sauce.
Ah man, I'm looking at the color. I'm starting. It's a little red. It's looking candy cane-ish a little bit.
Dude,
So
sauce me up.
what happens when you like the red and the white and the candy cane come together? Is it like a light pink or something like that? You like melted candy cane. There we go. Melted candy cane.
I feel like you're still trying to beat me down. How is this sauce? I'm frustrated with. I was counting on you, man. I'm like, oh, CJ's a buddy. He's gonna help sauce me up. I got my tie for him, because he's trying. He's still my girl. He's trying to win me
Oh
over.
yeah, yeah.
So now I'm trying to like be
Do we have that?
presentable for
Was
him.
that from the second show or the first show? Was that second or
Well,
first show?
I think that was the first show, so they're gonna hear that part.
Oh God, oh God.
They're gonna hear that. Yeah, oh yeah, we got that part. That's good. Start with the Macarena. We got that little just a hit as you doing the Macarena. And I'm thinking, I'm gonna work it up. I'm gonna present well because I want my girl to be proud of me.
There it
And
is.
then so I'm like trying to get your help, saucing me up, and you just take that opportunity to beat me down and call me melted candy cane, dude.
that amount of sauce, it can't be done on the spot. That needs to be cooked up. You got to get like seasonings and you got to put pinches of oregano, and it's a process. That's not a Sweet Baby Ray's off the counter. That's some homemade.
I need you to work on that for me.
Okay, I'll put it on the stove because it needs to simmer a while. But yeah, we'll get it there. We'll get it there.
So we need some saucy names for white folk, just because
Okay.
I mean it's just not fair, man.
I agree. That is. And that's what we're all about. We're about evening. We're about evening the playing field. So
Right.
as you mentioned, there's no escaping speaking about race here, and there's no escaping speaking about politics because that's just the climate we
It's
live in.
Wild Zebras. So we got the black and white thing built into the name.
Absolutely, we know it. So coming in what you're about to get. You're gonna.
It's not. And I should note that we put zebra butts as our logo to further exemplify that you're in a poop load of trouble, because we're also, watching our language.
Jack butts. Is that how we say it?
Jack butts is.
Jack
I don't know.
butts
I think that. Well, zebra. No, you're way off topic, man.
I mean, the butts you can't. What rears heinies? Is that we're G rated here? Are we heinies? Are we zebra heinies? Hineses. I like to catch it. So zebra Hineses.
I think what are other names for rear ends? Butts, heinies,
derriere.
That's a good one. But you got to go so negative so fast to get anything. All the good ones are very. They're not PG.
Yeah.
They're PG-13 and up.
Yeah, and we got to get PG is our ceiling here.
Okay, so we use
because Dang Tootin was pushing it.
I almost feel
like he's getting crazy here. I got to bring him back down, but
I feel like episode 2 was so good. But you know what? You know why we lost it? Because it was so funny that this episode would have looked so terrible next to it that it was like, God was like, we're just going to erase that for you because we don't want to set expectations like that. Like,
he was looking
you guys
are
a couple of wild zebras. You're nobodies. You're not famous. You're not rich. Yeah. The only thing you got going for you is you married up. Okay.
Both.
And so God's like, we need to set some expectations here. Because if they would have heard that episode 2 and then come to this, they would have never listened to another episode. Because they'd be like, oh, these guys are hilarious, man. I was laughing the whole time. Then they hear this and they'd be like, oh. Man, I must. If they were black, if they're black, they're gonna think they were smoking something, and if they were white, they were gonna think they were drunk when they listened to it. Is that fair, or is that
That's
racist?
fair. I like it. I was pretty even kill across the board. I like that.
So
that was equally derogatory. I like that.
Great. We're equal opportunity offenders.
There it is.
So black white thing still, like I said, so I'm not getting it. We're all from different countries, and each country has their own set of genes and really set of shades. And I think if you're going to call people white, I think that's racist. And I think calling people black is racist personally. My kids, I forget which one it was, but said something about like, oh, they're brown person. And I'm like, yeah, they're brown. I'm not going to correct her and say, no, they're black. Like, cause they're not like, she's like, oh, their skin color is brown. I'm like, yeah.
Hold on. Your daughter's seen a black person before? Like,
dude, I'm gonna punch you in the nose.
Wow. And
it's a big target because you're black.
See, the Trump, you can only conceal the Trumpness so long, guys. It's gonna creep out. It's gonna ooze out, man. The Trumpness is gonna ooze out.
Yeah, that was good. Don't publish my address or phone number. In fact, we need to start taking names from here.
There it is. Stage names.
Woo! That one. That's trouble. That was stirring the pot there.
I don't got to do anything. I don't have to do anything. It's going to ease out.
But here's the reality. There's nothing wrong in my mind. Like, that's not a negative thing. Like, we have different features. Okay.
Absolutely.
I have this Cro-Magnon forehead thing, right? And so to the point where when me and my wife were dating, I made a comment like, I can't believe you are into me because I got this Cro-Magnon forehead. And no, it was I forget what it was. I got some whack features, but if you look at how deep my eye sockets are, I mean, these are like way back in the middle of my head, and I'm comfortable with it. Oh, snaggle teeth. Look at it. Look at how jacked up these are. Can you see that?
Well, that don't have nothing to do with race, but like your lip. What's up?
But we have characteristics.
I have a white people question for characteristics. Like white people lips. What's up with white people lips? Like,
some white people have lips.
Or lack thereof. They're just like, it's no lip. It just goes from like face to teeth.
But like black people,
got mad. Got the luscious.
I can't even make them do.
Yeah, every time
it's like inside. I can do a half one inside out.
Yeah. Every time I come around the ladies, I'm going LL Cool J. I'm just licking the lips.
Okay. So
yeah. But if you're white, do you just lick your face? Do you just lick your face if you're white? Or do you just lick your teeth?
No, we
that how?
are like this, all smart.
That's why there it is. That is definitely.
I need my pocket protector. And,
there it is. That is
definitely
definitely my interpretation of general in a broad form of white people.
Okay.
Right
So we all have we're from different backgrounds. We're different shades of different colors. We all have different quirks. We have different features.
Mm-hmm.
And just because we have different features, I made that joke about having a wider nose, whatever. I mean, you do. I got a big nose. Don't get me wrong. Like I got a schnoz on me, but mine goes out.
Yeah.
And I mean,
were you aware the Europeans shot the nose off the pyramids because it was a wide black nose and they didn't want people to know? Off the Sphinx in Egypt. Were you aware of that? I didn't know white people knew this stuff. You know, it doesn't have a nose, and Europeans came over and they shot the nose off and like blew it off because it had a wide nose, which was consistent with black features, and they didn't want the world to know that brown, black, or whatever people had, that type of capability to build such great things.
You're a conspiracy.
But you didn't. You weren't aware of that. The word conspiracy makes me think that you weren't aware of that. Were you, or did I enlighten you, or did you know that, or?
I didn't know that. No, if okay. That's true, but I mean, I'm kind of feeling like, I don't know. That's fact check kind of situation. I don't know. That could be true. That could be true.
Oh, it is. It is.
Fair enough. Could be true. Did you know white people are better than black people?
No. Where's my? Hold on. I don't have a fake news. But I got something better. Okay. This is just a garbage bag. So that was just trash.
Yeah.
So instead of saying fake news, I'll just hold up this.
Yeah. That was terrible. And that was now that was a blatantly racist comment.
The Trump guys we're going to have a Trump meter that I'm going to point at on the screen. And it's just started here because, you can't just come out full guns blazing. But as you see, it will rise.
Okay. So let's say
like in the yellow territory.
The more comfortable you make me, Trump, he's going to get me all comfortable talking about.
Then we're going to, the meter. So right now.
So if I'm on a Trump-o-meter, what o-meter would you be on? Like, who's like the most racist black person you know? I know you've said that black people can't be racist, but clearly that's a racist comment.
Generally.
You know what? I think you just get your own meter. So mine's the Trump
meter.
How
about there's a Trump meter on this side and you can point to it as it goes up. And as it goes and the more prepared I am, because like I said, I'm out of town, I don't have my stuff, I can have my sexy meter over here. And then all the ladies here, you can just point out how sexy.
So I'm at a lose-lose. Actually in today's society, that's kind of how it works. Straight white male, Catholic.
Hey, you guys had it for like 2,000 years, man.
I'm down. I'm trending down. I'm trending down in today's society.
Let somebody else eat, man. You guys had it, man. You guys.
I mean, I didn't get any of that goodness, but I'm reaping some of the residuals.
There it is. Residuals. Yeah, you guys, you're getting the interest. You're getting the interest on it.
And I don't want to use residue because that just doesn't sound as good. I don't want any of the residue from that.
You're getting interest for those big deposits from all those years. You're getting interest. Yeah. There it is.
And I'm taking it.
No shame in my game. No shame in my game.
I think like Steve Nash took the head coaching job.
That's a great
white privilege. And he's came out and said, yeah, it's white privilege, but I'm taking the job.
I agree. That was a great analogy.
I don't blame him. Like, you got to.
I'm not giving it back. It is what it is. But I want the job, and I'm taking it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like some people that are coming out and all self-righteous, like, I'm gonna step down so that somebody that is underprivileged can take this role.
I always feel weird about that. I don't know how. It feels weird like that
because it's fake, and
maybe that's why I feel weird.
It takes away from the progress that is being made because now you've set the tone that like the only way that you can get ahead is if us white people step down. See how amazing us white people are? If us white people we can be so amazing that we're willing to step down to raise you up.
Let's step down and here, you can have that. Here.
I think that, yep, I think it's a false narrative. I think it's somebody that thinks they are so freaking amazing and so much better than everybody else. It's their way of showing it, and I want to smack them in the mouth.
And you know what? Couldn't put it in those words, but it felt weird to me. I'm not going to argue that sentiment right there. I'm not going to argue that. It just felt weird, and I guess that's a good explanation why it probably felt weird.
Because it's pandering, and it's, I don't know. I know you, CJ, you know, and I know you're smart. I know you're intelligent, capable.
Go on.
Yeah, and you're super lazy. But and I've told you this for 10 years. I'm like, CJ, your freaking potential is amazing, and like you kind of, you know, you're getting by.
Still finding my way. Still finding my way.
But you've done good. You've done good for yourself.
Well, it's an equation that's constantly going on. How can I get the absolute most I can get?
Least amount of work.
There you go. Bam. That's the
so your mindset,
equation of life.
You want to be on the porch drinking lemonade.
I try to be white. You already said I wanted to be white. You already
what
said
you've said is you are striving to be a racist slave owner. What you've explained to me is that's your goal. But you know what? Right now we're at our half-hour mark. I think that's a good way to end it. We're gonna go ahead and we've been recording this one. Thank goodness.
Oh yeah, I see it up there too. I've been watching too.
So we did record this one. We're gonna go ahead and close this one down. Close out this episode. It was a little slow to get started. Well, hopefully we'll get some themes and stuff going. We'll start circling back, bringing up new stuff. We'll get some traction. Stick with us, people. Come on. Wild Zebras, episode 3-ish, you know, or 2, however you look at it. That's how messed up
you can't start up a Lambo and just press. You gotta let the engine warm up, baby.
Yeah, come on, man. Give us a freaking break. If you listen to the second one, just subscribe, man. We'll get better.
For sure.
I mean, I will anyway. You know,
and yeah, he will. And I don't know how you get better than great already. So I mean, I'll try for you guys. I'll try.
Baby steps. Thank you all for listening. We appreciate it, and we will hopefully have this up soon and get working on another one. And we're the Wild Zebras.
Peace.